Hello everyone and welcome to our Professional Practice Day. Today I will be talking about interdisciplinary. What is interdisciplinary approach? An interdisciplinary approach is taught within a single area of the curriculum. This is to allow learners to grasp a basic part of a new concept or idea. Fogarty breaks this approach up into three main models. The first being fragmented. Fogarty describes this approach as if you are looking through a periscope, meaning you are focusing on a specific area of the curriculum, and this is used as your focus. If taught like this continually, students will perceive the curriculum as fragmented, meaning students won't make connections between subjects. Example, the connection between science and maths. The nested approach is when multidimensional skills are applied within a singular lesson. This is likened to a three-dimensional glass, per Fogarty's meaning. The connected approach is described by Fogarty as the connections made within a discipline. The focuses of a subject are the fine details and the interconnections within a single subject. Gordon states that explicit connections are formed within a singular subject area, This includes connections between the topic, skill, and concept. The connection model has a deliberate emphasis on relating ideas and concepts. Berner supports the connected model of integration. Berner's constructionist theories correlate with the connected model, as he states it is a process that learners build new concepts and ideas based on their existing knowledge. Berner encourages that the learning of new subjects and concepts should be broken down into a basic concept. Once they have learnt the basic concept, they should then revisit them through the curriculum and gradually build their understanding in depth. Twenty-first century teaching example. Below is an example of using the Australian curriculum maths continuum to show how we could use the connected approach within the early years at primary school level. The example below shows from foundation to grade 2. With the use of scaffolding, we are able to develop and build on our depth of knowledge about measurement. We go from using the terms longer and heavier to comparing area, volume, and capacity, which highlight the importance in knowing the foundation concepts first.
Thank you, Riley. Hi everyone, my name is Tracy, and today I'm talking about the multidisciplinary strand of Kath Fogarty's inquiry framework, and in particular how it can be put into practice in the classroom. The Australian curriculum has evolved since the industrial age, when education was based around the study of culture, traditions and customs, into an integrated curriculum that promotes global learning well into the 21st century. Many of the traditional teaching strategies involved repeated tasks that emphasize memorization with little value being placed on developing children's metacognitive and social skills. A teacher-centred learning approach placed the educator in the role of lecturer, giving information to students who worked independently on tasks relevant to the information provided to them. While some of the traditional strategies continue to be used in classrooms today, such as look, cover, write and check, which is a rote version of learning spelling words and vocabulary, the curriculum is constantly evolving and has modernised to include higher order learning, which is a critical component of 21st century education. Inquiry-based learning is an effective way for students to apply their knowledge and develop higher order learning skills. As educators, we combine a number of teaching approaches to enrich student learning, and although some of us continue to debate instructional approaches, we can see from the diagram of Bloom's revised taxonomy that it showcases a mastery of cognitive processes. This suggests an instructional approach that can be used to structure curriculum objectives, activities and assessments across disciplines. Today we are looking at Robin Fogarty's models of integration, and I will be discussing the shared and integration approaches. The shared instructional approach is facilitated by two teachers working as a team to bring two disciplines together into a single unit that consists of overlapping concepts or ideas. For example, let's look at combining the two disciplines of art and science. As a whole class, students collaborated to create a dance presentation which will help them understand the relationship between the sun and earth. They used the whole classroom space to come together in a circle to make a sun. They raised their hands in the air to signify solar flares of light and heat being sent to Earth. Students performed dances to signify the Earth rotating and the creation of day and night. They are able to understand the actual meaning of keywords such as rotate, orbit, revolve and tilt after performing the dance, and this allows them to learn through hands-on activities and develop social skills. The lesson reinforces Dewey's educational philosophy that children learn through a hands-on approach, which is the most interesting and engaging way to teach students. It highlights the importance of reflective thinking and metacognitive skills for problem solving as the most required skills for global learning, and through past and present experiences, children make connections to activities which promote growth and learning. Fogarty's integrated model incorporates multiple overlapping disciplines where connections are made to a theme. This approach allows students to develop a deeper understanding of the topic through interconnectedness and interrelationships among the disciplines. An example may be students engaging in a project themed around Asia. They would explore multiple subject areas such as economics, when they look at the country's wealth and prosperity, or art, when looking at artefacts, maybe politics by researching a ruling power. Students will use the information collectively to problem solve a real-world issue and consider solutions based on their understanding of complex situations. The learner-centered experience or discovery learning is indicative of Bruner's constructivist theory that posits students find connections between their learning and are able to remember, make sense of, and apply what they learn when their learners work together.
Thank you to my colleagues Tracy and Riley for their presentations. My name is Georgina and I will now be presenting to you the transdisciplinary approach to integrated learning. The transdisciplinary approach includes the immersed model and the networked model. Today I will be focusing on the immersed model. The immersed model of integration allows learners to view the curriculum in an intensely personal way, with all content being filtered through a lens of interest and expertise. There is little or no intervention at all throughout this model, as learners are constantly making connections with their favourite subjects. It begins with an issue that needs to be explored by students rather than curriculum documents, and it allows students to explore open-ended questions about their world whilst displaying their independent knowledge and skills. Benefits of the Immerse model include that it allows the student to become an expert in their chosen field, and they are self-driven to achieve their own success. Learners can become active participants in their own learning and directly influence their learning outcomes. It allows students to think in a free-flowing process which leads to several creative solutions to different problems. Topics are also better understood by students as they are connected to multiple school subjects. This allows them to see more meaning in what they are learning and understand the purpose behind it. The approach focuses on student interest rather than the learning area's content. Limitations of the Immerse model include that sometimes filtering ideas can create a focus which is too narrow. This amount of focus does not allow children to engage in a variety of learning experiences. Another limitation is that it can become difficult for teachers to plan and assess for each individual student. As much as this approach places less of an emphasis on subject areas, students will usually be brought back to the disciplines of these subjects. This can often result in teachers using a backward design process to map out curriculum connections and step away from solely focusing on student inquiry.